Thanks for listening to Uncle Sam's Soccer Podcast, keeping you up to date with the latest in American soccer. And don't forget to subscribe.
On this episode of Uncle Sam's Soccer Podcast, we discuss the Neymar transfer and the implications it'll have on soccer today. Jeff Rueter also joined us to discuss MLS and VAR. Also, Steven and Armand talk about promotion and relegation in American soccer. All of this on the next episode of Uncle Sam's Soccer Podcast.
Hello and welcome to this edition of Uncle Sam's Soccer Podcast.
What's up, y'all? How are y'all?
That was a terrible intro, huh?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say next, but it happened.
Well,
it happened.
I guess the listeners knew what was going on.
Our listeners are smart. Come on.
Yeah. What a week in soccer, huh?
A week? It's felt like a month.
We haven't recorded. Yeah, well, it's been a week since we've recorded.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
a ton of
we
stuff
took a little break, a 1 week break.
Yeah. No, it's very exciting. But let's get right to it. Neymar.
Boom.
Oh, yeah. Seriously, it was
boom. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks now, and it finally happened.
It finally happened. Now, this actually started last year.
Right. You saw the same thing I read?
No, I wrote about it.
Oh,
on
okay.
the digital. Did you read what I wrote?
No.
No, okay. No, but it started last year when PSG courted Neymar last year, and so did Manchester United, if you remember.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
But what ended up happening was Neymar got a new 5-year contract and a $220 million.
And everyone thought it was okay,
release clause.
Yeah.
And PSG felt used.
Oh yeah.
For that purposes.
I mean, that happens all the time, though.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is what soccer players do.
Exactly.
They're going to be like, well, you better.
We want more money.
Yeah, you better give me a new contract. But and the transfer saga continued, and then this summer comes along, and it starts off with Ronaldo. I want out of Real Madrid.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, blah, 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 during the Confederations Cup. He's still at Real Madrid. So that didn't really happen. But then we started getting these reports on how Neymar wanted to leave, and it started to pick up steam. Slowly but surely. It was Neymar wanted to come out in the shadows of Lionel Messi.
Right.
And it completely makes sense.
It does. No, it does. I mean, he's a fantastic player, and unlucky for him, he's next to probably arguably the greatest player in soccer today.
Yeah. And Neymar's 25 years old. He wants to make his own name. He's, think about it. If Neymar continued to play with Messi, what was it? Well, he always had Messi next to him. It was never
kind of like how NBA reference how Kyrie wants to leave LeBron's shadow in Cleveland. If that makes any sense.
Yes. Oh, that's a great parallel.
See, I'm good at that.
Yes. So we continue on with this past week, I was to say, that where Neymar was agreed to a contract term, and basically all Barcelona had to pay. Well, then comes the information where La Liga
they tried blocking it,
and he said he will. Well, that was Wednesday. He said he was going to block it. PSG hadn't put out the money yet. All we know is Neymar agreed to terms. Well, the following day, to pay everything off, the lawyer of Neymar shows up to the headquarters of La Liga in Madrid and wants to hand over the $220 million.
And they reject it.
I mean, euros. And they reject it. My question is, was it a check? Do you think it was a check?
I saw the check. It's a real check.
Do you think he pulled it out and had to, you know how you go to a bank and your check sometimes crumble up and you have to straighten it on the edge and you hand it over
I bet that thing was framed. They just had a nice plaque saying, here's your check.
Man, $220 million euros. That had to feel really heavy.
Euros?
220 million euros. Did I say dollar euros?
You said dollar euros. Nice new currency you made there.
New currency. We're all in one currency anyway. It's the dollar in this world. But whatever. It it's incredible that much money was handed over
by one player.
Yeah, by one player, and the league rejected it.
Yeah.
Well, that caused a firestorm on social media, on all the outlets. La Liga rejects it. Unprecedented information. Meanwhile, Neymar's lawyer goes, okay, fine. We're just going to fly down to Barcelona and give them the check directly.
And they accept it.
Next thing you know, Neymar's introduced to PSG Friday, and was that the game where they won 2-0 over, I don't remember who.
Some team in France.
Some bottom club in France. Good. What a move. What a move. I mean, it was
we have to talk
incredible.
about it. I mean, even though we're American soccer, I mean, this is just massive. This is going to send ripples all around the world.
Yeah, and Christian Pulisic could be in this ripple effect.
Possibly, yeah.
Coutinho might leave Liverpool.
Rumored to go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you could have a huge issue. When speaking about, the move to PSG, Neymar was asked, now I'm reading from a BBC Sport article, asked about his official unveiling at the Parc des Princes if he was motivated by money. Neymar replied, "What I say to these people is that they don't know anything about my personal life. I was never motivated by money. If I was following the money, I would be somewhere else." Why would you be at somewhere else? PSG are arguably one of the richest clubs.
I mean, what do you expect him to say? Oh, yeah, I came here for the money. I wanted all that money. He's not going to say that. He knows it's bad for his image.
But this is such a dumb statement to say.
I'm pretty sure he was told by his agent to say that, or his father.
Well, his father is supposed to make a lot of money off of this too.
Yeah.
I think the reason why he waited till this long to move to PSG was there was that loyalty bonus that Barcelona owed his father. It was like
but they
40
didn't pay
mil.
it.
But they're not going to pay
They're
it.
not gonna
Or
pay it.
25 mil.
26 mil, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Of course they're not going to pay it. Why would Barcelona pay it? Are they dumb?
Yeah, I wouldn't pay that if I were them.
The president of PSG, or the owner, said Neymar came over here for motivation, which I do think that's true. I do think there's a part of him that came over to PSG for motivation. The problem is Manchester United could have so easily paid this 222 million euro fee. Manchester City, probably even Chelsea.
Yeah,
because they are bigger clubs than PSG.
And they get massive amounts of revenue from the Premier League, that TV deal.
Yeah. So the financial fair play, which we'll get to here in a second, is not even an issue for the Premier League clubs.
No, I don't think so.
It's the fact that Neymar screwed himself last year with the talks to PSG and Manchester United that got him a new contract.
I mean, do you think he's mad though he's at PSG? I think.
No, not at all.
Yeah, I think he's happy.
I mean, the French league is so easy.
Oh yeah.
The win.
The main objective for him is Champions League or bust,
and that's PSG's objective since Zlatan Ibrahimovic came in. That's why they spent all that money on Di Maria, on David Luiz, was hoping that they could elevate them to the crown, and they've been utter failures in the Champions League.
Yeah, I mean,
Monaco got to the semifinals last season.
And they won the league too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And PSG in the Champions League is what everybody's going to want to watch now. And if you look at it, Champions League just suddenly got so much more interesting.
Right. And Ligue 1, it's kind of interesting right now too.
Well, the problem is Monaco's getting ripped apart. Clubs are buying off of the whole
right. But I mean,
players.
I think they'll be fine with the way they've been developing players. And Nice is looking really well too. They just announced that Schneider signing.
Yes,
I think it's a nice
Wesley Schneider.
three-headed competition for that top spot in Liga.
You really think Monaco and Nice are going to compete with PSG?
I mean, what happened last year?
Okay, but how many players have Monaco lost?
I mean, they've lost certain players. But I mean, it's Monaco. I think they can easily withstand that.
PSG will win the league by April.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you think this has an effect on American soccer wise?
Well, I want to
get
I was going to say I want to talk about the financial fair play rules.
Oh, you want to talk about that first?
Quickly, because the president came out, or the owner, Al Khelaifeh.
Yeah,
how do you pronounce his name?
Something Arabic. You gotta see. You don't know how to say the.
No.
So it's Al Khelaifeh.
Yeah, that.
Yes.
I wasn't gonna sit there and try to pronounce that.
It's okay.
This is probably one of the greatest statements coming.
It's weird, but it's kind of funny.
It's one of the best statements. Defended the deal, saying, "We will be very transparent with financial fair play. I have a strong team with me. If you're thinking about it, go have coffee and don't worry about it.
What?
What the heck is that supposed to mean?
I
There's
mean,
only one decision that matters, and that is UEFA. We are working transparently with UEFA. Question is, how much are they paying UEFA not to look into this?
I mean, I don't know. Corruption's everywhere in soccer. So, I mean, I'm not surprised if UEFA says they don't find anything.
And do you think this is true? Before Neymar had come to the club's value was $1 billion. Now it's $1.5 billion.
Yeah,
You think?
I think so. I think
Neymar adds
that Brazilian market's gonna be open like crazy. I mean, they were worried about selling out jerseys too fast.
Yeah, I know. I can see that.
That's impressive.
Well, yeah. I mean, who knows what the financial fair play? You can't even look into it till the window's even closed. So La Liga, and Barcelona are going to press some sort of charges. Well, clubs can't even press charges. I don't know how they can get I don't know if they can get.
It was all talk, no action.
Well,
it was all talk to save their superstar.
Sure, but La Liga can't. UEFA can't even do anything now. They have to wait till the window's closed.
Wait to end their transfer window. Yep.
So La Liga is going to put pressure onto it. Barcelona's going to put pressure to look into it.
It's all talk.
You don't think they will?
I think it's all talk. I think
they
will publicly. I think they will.
3 weeks before the window closes.
I think they publicly will and say, "Yeah, let's put pressure on." But I think it's all talk. I think nothing will come out of it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think La Liga's worried about losing their stars because if you think about it, Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Suarez, Gobert, Gareth Bale, Griezmann. That's a selling point of La Liga. That's
Exactly.
why. But now you lose suddenly Neymar. Think about it. Besides those 3 clubs, La Liga is not very interesting to watch.
No, it's not. It's very. It's not that competitive outside those top 3.
No, not really. I mean, sure they do well as a league in European competition, but as the league as itself, it's not a good selling point. Nobody wants to watch it. You want to watch Premier League
or Bundesliga.
Yeah, exactly. So who knows? But good question you brought up. Rose. I don't know what I was thinking there. About the impact in American soccer.
Yeah. I mean,
or the impact on American soccer.
it's going to have an impact on soccer regardless. I mean, this is a massive transfer.
Well, you have the cluster blank that's about to happen with all the transfers with the linking of Barcelona and the clubs having to replace that player. And the window closes here soon, so it's not like they have all summer to figure out what's going on.
No, they don't.
American players could be on the move. Christian Pulisic is probably the
I don't anticipate him being on the move, especially after he scored in the Super Cup.
Yeah,
the German Super Cup. I don't think he'll be on the move, and I don't think Dortmund will move him. Yeah. But if a big offer comes, I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I think the impact on soccer is something to the likes where Bastian Schweinsteiger said during the All-Star break game last week. He was like, the MLS is about 10 years away from matching the level of the Bundesliga or Italy, and then he changed it to the Premier League. And I'm sitting there was like, the problem is there's still no money.
Right.
220 million euros, you can buy an expansion club here.
And then have some left over to build a stadium.
Not even build a stadium, build a squad for 3 years.
Right, exactly.
I mean, that's a lot of money, and that's for one player. The PSG just,
exactly. And the money for there in American soccer won't be there for a while, let's be honest. Why would it be there for a while? I mean, the league is still growing as it is. I mean, I wouldn't expect that money to be spent in American soccer total, combined all clubs, with until 10, 15 years at least in the future.
I wonder what the most we should do some research. Do you know off the top of your head what the most expensive MLS player was sold for?
I'm not sure the most expensive sold, but I know one of the most expensive signings I think was Almiron for Atlanta. Yeah, I think it was around $14 million.
So, see, that's a good. See, if clubs spent that much money, nobody would complain.
Yeah, I mean. But, I mean, Atlanta was also splurging on money, spending lots and lots of money. But, I mean, you also do have teams that refuse to spend money. And in the end, I mean, I wish it would spend a little bit more, to be honest. But, I mean, like we've been talking about, soccer isn't really that profitable in the States yet.
No, not yet. And another implication of this signing is that players still want to play in Europe.
Well, yeah, you think Neymar's going to leave for America right now?
No, but in the sense of it's PSG. What was PSG 10 years ago? Was it on anybody's radar?
PSG was a team I chose on FIFA because they had a cool logo. It wasn't like a team that you knew of.
No,
That makes any
not
sense.
at all. I mean, because of oil-rich owners,
Man City.
Manchester City, that's how they